and now I'm gonna masturbate.
Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. I can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going, my sinuses are inflamed, my throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Damn, I got the drip go. I got the tips go. Clear your throat, blow your nose. Damn, clear your throat. Please tip me. Damn, post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Damn, snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. 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 Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids. Post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. I can't turn it off. I can't make it stop. Then I'm like, damn, my post-nasal drip is going, my sinuses are inflamed, my throat is gunked up. What is going on here? Damn. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Damn, I got the drip go. I got the tips go. Clear your throat, blow your nose. Damn, clear your throat. Please tip me. Damn, post-nasal drip is a constant. It keeps going. It's like a faucet that's dripping. Damn, snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. Snort, 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 code. Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip go. 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 Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids. Who's delay is not a criminal.
Demolition daddy. Who's your daddy? 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 Your demolition.
Well, it's finally over.
Who's your daddy? 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 Your demolition daddy.
Breasts.
And now I'm gonna masturbate. And now I'm gonna masturbate. And now I'm gonna masturbate.
Try to relax your anus.
It's motherfucking magic, that's what it is.
A very intelligent brain. Humping Steven Crowder.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting evening of... My house is still riddled with COVID. Now my mom has... I knew that was going to happen. Like, I was probably infectious a couple days before I even knew I was sick, so... Here we are. Oh, wait. You're hearing me from the wrong mic. Now you were hearing me from the right mic. I was like, wait a second. Those levels can't be right for a mic that's that close to my face. So, I feel all right. I mean, you could still hear him, not 100%. Like, you could hear my voice. That's why I have to get Slopes that voiceover. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. So we got Disney Aviation. Why is Phil taking a duck in his bottom? I don't know what the fuck. He wanted to show that he has meaty calves. So he has meaty calves. They're juicy, manly calves. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know, like, it's gonna happen in 12-hour stream. Like, things got a little upended, in case you haven't noticed. So, there was a lot of things that were supposed to happen at certain time points that, obviously, when I got sick, it got pushed to the side. So, are we still on that photo? Did I not change it? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Well, this is... I don't know. Someone... the Keemstar wallpaper. I just found it online. Will there be a May 1st? Could you imagine I did a May 1st anniversary? Yeah, I'll just do it as a joke. Well, when does May 1st fall on? Before we, Yeah, we're gonna start doing shorts. So, I mean, like I said, mostly I'm better, but now my mom has it. Who the fuck else knows who's going to get it? Microsoft fired a bunch of employees behind Halo and Starfield. Sad day for Halo Infinite, most importantly. What did they expect? When they released that game and I saw how unfinished it was, I'm like, this is not going to end well. But they wanted to have something to say, hey, here's a reason to buy an Xbox this holiday season. And it shouldn't have been a bomb. That game is still unoptimized shit. And doesn't even look that good. That's the thing about, like, I get it's an open world game, but it's like not even... It looks like something from the early 8th generation. And it's not just about graphics. I get that. If it looked the way it did, okay, and it was just rock solid all around, Fine. I said that from the beginning. Well, that was the problem, is that they were trying to get this big, ambitious, open-world Halo game to run on the original potato of an Xbox. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I heard that, Kyle. Like I said, I was just talking about it. So, yeah, rumor is Starfield is delayed till 2023. I'm feeling all right. I mean, it's up and it's down. I don't know. I wasn't super impressed with what I saw from Starfield, and everyone got really pissed because that's like supposed to be like the killer app game. Well, Halo Infinite was supposed to be the killer app. Now the goalpost is moved, and Starfield is supposed to be the killer app. I'll hold my breath. They'll just end up releasing Skyrim for the 70th time, and that'll be the killer app. No, what did DSP rant about a $500 donation for? So the PC video is done. Speaking of PCs, what I really think it is with Phil, if I'm going to play Phil Detective here, which I know he loves, he doesn't want to do, it's whatever he has now is barely working, and he'd rather just suffer with it. You know that look at how long it took, and he's still not doing it right. Look at how long it took Phil to upgrade his setup with the cheap, like, Amazon Basics LED lights and one USB ring light. Yes, he has very massive pride. He does not. And then the thing about Phil, he reminds me of people like this. I'm picturing the person right in my head. When they finally do what you suggested, it's like, see, guys, I told you I was going to do it. Like, yeah, you did it when you literally had no choice. Stop. All right, let's see. We gotta watch it. We'll wait till we get to 500 people. I got Logan Paul up here, so it wasn't even that I was planning on watch. Well, what do I expect? Duty streams, watches my streams. Of course, Phil's going to be brought up. Yo, we need to. Yo, hold on. We need to watch more of The Man That Stares at Us too. I'm gonna have that stream with Jay. I'm gonna have that stream. Fucking staring guy. What? How does this exist? Where is he? What is his fucking name? Brocco. Let's see. Let's see if. Like, it's literally like a skit from Tim and Eric. It's a fucking skit from Tim and Eric, dude. It's incredible. This guy just. Who is Brocco? Why? What special Brocco? What special powers? There's nothing you're going to be seeing yet. I'm just looking to see. He had a live stream up before. And Brocco's in Colombia, staring at people. Oh. Brocco's in Russia. Just look at this shit, dude. Just look at this shit. Like, we're not starting until we get to 500. You know the deal. But what is going on here? Oh, there's solely super chats. I'd look away for a second, and you people are supporting the show. How dare you? But, yeah, again, Kyle, I know this is the third time I've responded to you. It's... Microsoft is proof that money doesn't solve all problems. It can help, but May 1st and TES, first of the second I don't know what the hell that means, but DSP Screech, I know what you want. Brocco and Pablo children's book. Do you want a man that goes around and staring at people? I'd rather fucking have the Quartering write a children's book. Can I we gotta get the Oblivion music going. Can I ask a question? Why is it I talk about the Quartering, I would say let's be I'll give him some benefit of that. Like I could have jokes about Phil every day, and 99.9% of the time nobody cares. But if I talk about the Quartering because he's doing something stupid like melting down over Hogwarts Legacy, which he's in the middle of doing, like even people that don't like him, like, oh my god, here he is talking about the Quartering again once a month because he's actually doing something stupid and the entire internet stuff. Why? Why aren't you just as mad that I talk about Phil every fucking day? Why? Like, why is there like this, like, he's, even to people who don't like him, it's like, don't talk about Jeremy. No! He is a lolcow who just so happens to have people watch his videos. Like, dude, like, I don't understand. Like, I could honestly understand you being annoyed at me talking about Phil. He's like my 90-day fiance. It is true. But these aren't even fuckboys of his, dude. These are like people that don't like, I don't like the Quartering. But I don't know. That's just always the way it's been. Try to relax your anus and shoulders.
Try to relax your anus, your shoulders.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Dickers back at it again with another video, and today we're taking a look at the Hoot Wireless Flip Tip 6G.
Hoot Wireless.
You can get it from DKOldies. Oh shit, that's got to be the next video I do. What I should do is I got the cheapest gaming laptop from Best Buy, which I think I actually did. Yeah, it has a 1650 in it, though. I'm going to have to upgrade it to 16 gigs of RAM. I'll run, like, 5 benchmarks pre the 16 gigs, then I'll run them afterwards. Like, aren't there games now recommending 32 gigabytes? We're going down that road. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, third-party games on the Xbox consoles are great. But, yeah, okay, Microsoft bought a bunch of studios, but you got to put up or shut up. You know, we're 3 years out from the pandemic, which finally knocked me on my ass. Yes, Elden Ring, no hit run. We should watch a JonTron KFC. That video has what led us to the Barco stuff. Okay. So the PS2 is next show. What I meant to say was in the Elder Scrolls count, May 1st called the first of the second seed. Get it? Yes, I get it. Seed. Now I understand. No, it's not that your sense of humor is awful. I just didn't understand it, dude. Dude, I've had people donate me 100 and I told them what they said was stupid, so don't think it's because of money. Well, so yes, I'll be doing that Elden Ring no-hit speed run. Coming right up. Well, yeah, but I will say Jeremy's meltdowns on Twitter as we have this man that stares at us. Oh, God. This is what this guy, look. Here we go. We're over 500. You know what's funny is, that's another video. Dude, I got so many videos to do. Fuck COVID. It's put me so behind. I'm just glad that PC video is done. It's going to be so... It'd be interesting to see how it does. I think it's going to do well. But then whenever I say that the videos do shit, so... He's Brasio. He's not Brock. He looks like it would be Bracco, but he's Brasio. Here, I want him... we need to watch him stare. Invisible Hug. The full... Come on. Yo, I feel like I'm watching like the video of a dictator from like a third world country who you know is going to get reelected again. Thank you, Porky's butthole, for loving me. But on paper, I have an RX 580 from AliExpress. Allegedly, we'll find out. I don't know. Maybe that'll be my next video. Oh my god. But like, just imagine seeing this and be like, man, I can't wait till this man looks at me. Human beings are so stupid, and there's so many people that are willing to take advantage of him. It's almost like you want to feel bad, but if you really think that this guy in like a 1992 jean jacket is going to stare at you and cure your fucking cancer, then you deserve it. Obby's forgotten StreamLabs with the hot dog wiener.
Try to relax your anus.
We're not going to watch this full thing. Don't worry, you're safe. What are we doing? It's like a early 90s if like JVC was selling a compact, like a camcorder, a VHS. Look at the quality that it has. Yes, it does. It sounds like a Catalina collection film. Or like I said, like a video a dictator would put together. Like, they know they're going to get reelected, so they don't have to talk about policy. Anyone who would challenge their vote would get a bullet in the head. So all they have to just go around is pretend to be like a divine force and just stare at shit. What the fuck is going on? Like, this guy is going to be like second to DSP. So, does that look like a man that would comfort you? Rich, I stared at you and you cured my AIDS. Hope your mom is okay. She birthed you with your huge chesticles and she will be fine. Well, and for hate to say it, yeah, well, she's already on an antiviral and it is the second time she's had it. This was this was my first. It ain't no fucking cold. That's all I'll say. You may have a mild or moderate, but it ain't a cold. All right, we'll go back to this guy. Because I have a feeling we could go down the rabbit hole. Ah, look, it's amazing how much he's changed after his public backlash. It's almost like he should have made an apology video from the beginning.
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money,
very much,
never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in. But the fact is that suing CoffeeZilla is not going to help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be, which is on fans and supporters of me. You guys mean the world to me, so I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward. Step 1, Jeff and I are going to burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game and it will add value to holder tokens. Step 2, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially, you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million right now for players who want to get out. And then step 3, obviously finish and deliver the game as outlined in the white paper by completing the egg bridge.
I wonder what's going to happen with crypto as a whole. I'm just, because I'm in too deep now with whatever I bought. So I may as well see what happens. I'm looking at it right now. It's actually up a little bit. Not more than a little bit, but it's down largely from when I went in, but I didn't pull a boogie and empty out my entire savings. That would be stupid. I've had the hiccups for 2 days straight, and Phil on the soundboard is the only cure. Well, I got a good one for you.
And now I'm gonna masturbate.
There you go.
From ETH to BSC for base animals and base eggs, completing the marketplace and obviously completing the releasing your animals into the wild to accrue your yield function. To say I am disappointed in how this was handled internally is an understatement. There's a full internal investigation going on along with an audit, and we are going to pursue full legal action for whomever needs to be held accountable. If any money is recovered in the process, it'll go right to the community. My sole obligation is to my supporters, and I know this video is long overdue. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me. I appreciate your guys' patience while we do our internal investigation, and I promise to be transparent and disclose any information we find out in the process. And lastly, thank you, CoffeeZilla. You have catalyzed this, and I am very grateful for your work and your investment.
Yeah, why did it take his video to catalyze this, though? How did you just so happen to hire everyone who's... I mean, we could go into the argument for people who... The one person who may want to defend him while the entire crypto space is shady. Yeah, I know.
Investigation, and I mean that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you... I mean, it's fine. But that should have been from the beginning, and he brings up better points than... I'm remembering right now.
Well, it's finally over. Logan Paul apologized.
CoffeeZilla, you're slimiest. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, more like an internet criminal.
Oops, wrong video. That was the first
The soundboard is the only time I enjoy Phil.
response. He actually
I hear that from many people.
apologized in another response.
It's like a little gnat. It's like a little annoying gnat. It bothers me. The defamation lawsuit, that is happening because this is wrong. This is wrong.
Hold on, wait a second. That's not it either. Turns out it's actually on his secondary channel. That's why I couldn't find it. It's entitled Thank You CoffeeZilla. It's the third response from Logan Paul, and it's a pretty...
Yeah, it's interesting how that one doesn't go up on his main channel. Interesting.
Pretty big change in Logan's attitude so far. So let's see what he has to say to us.
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought Logan was going to hire me. But in all seriousness, this video does have some major admissions in it I want to go through. For one, Logan apologizes to me.
I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego.
Not only that, Logan also pledges a $1.3 million refund plan for people who bought his NFTs.
I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million.
In addition to that, he also promises to finish CryptoZoo, which was left abandoned.
And then step 3, obviously finish and deliver the game as outlined in the white paper.
But again, why did the game need to be finished and delivered after you got called out on all your bullshit, bro? It's still not adding up. I'm actually on a totally... My YouTube comments keep disappearing. Well, if this guy, I'll check it later. He's saying that there's an issue, but I don't delete comments. I mean, there's like filters for certain words because I could get in trouble if I left them up there on YouTube. But But it's so, this guy's not being rude, but there's some people like, I don't know, like why, like YouTube Studio notify me of like some of the notifications of comments, and people will like start fighting with themselves thinking that I'm deleting their comments. Like, yeah, because I have nothing better to do all day but to just sit there and stare at your fucking comments. I'm not Quantum. I could see the charge on my credit card. Fuck you, YouTube. What are you talking? YouTube just took 50 from me and didn't send the super. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm not seeing it. Like, I get real-time revenue stats, too. It's not there. So maybe you really didn't get charged? Do you usually use a different way? It is what it is, man. I appreciate it, but if it's not on the board and I'm not seeing it in my revenue, chances are it didn't go through. So you're probably okay. You know?
Now, I'll be honest, this is a big change in tone, and honestly, a lot of this is good news. It's great that victims...
Well, Rich tomorrow, I deleted comments. Hoot wireless.
Hoot wireless.
Well, it's weird because, you know, it was funny. Back in 2016, I was debating shutting down comments. God, that would have been stupid. That would have been stupid. That's the worst. You want advice for YouTube? The worst thing you could do, even if people hate you, even if you're going through some fucking e-drama, don't delete your comments. Don't block your don't shut down your comment section. It's a death knell to your channel. You want to know, not to bring him up again, but he's a perfect example. Why are you deleting your channel tomorrow, Wes? Phil shut down his comments on his videos for a while, and he opened them up. Guess what? Too late. That's the... I don't even think, really... I gotta be honest with you. I know a lot of people reported on this, and like Gundam and a lot of... And I think Frederick Knudsen. No, I don't think it... I really think that was a bigger part of it. The people hate when the comment section is shut down. They hate it. Yeah, well, he was so big and successful. Like, oh no, I'm already a multi-millionaire. Now I'll make less millions. Whatever shall I do? I'm PewDiePie. I've never seen a channel... Well, that's like Quantum, too. That's just as... Then you still should just shut down your comment section. I mean, I have words filtered, but I ain't sitting there deleting fucking comments, man. I got other shit to do. Man, I just did a big-ass snort, didn't I? Well, at least Slopes Game Room, I don't know if you're here or not. You see, I'm not lying to you. Listen. All right, so I might as well give you the full... I might as well give you the full experience. Yeah, see, dude, I told you. Like, you... I mean, call your credit card before I whip out my tits. I love how I'm giving you credit card advice before I pull my nipples out. And check. But if I don't see it in the chat revenue, it didn't come through. So, you know, I don't know. Do they need me to vouch for you or something? Like, I will. I don't care. Anyway. No, you get this. Listen. I want you to penetration live my analyzation with your horse's penalization, then deep fry Carlos and feed him to the whore while I masturbate, while I took a look at pics of Todd Howard having hardcore gay-ass sex with Gabe Newell putting it in his ass, and then expose those motherfucking tits, motherfucker. Phil did worse. He now moderates every message. I am... Look... I've been doing this for a very long time. And yes, I may be an asshole, get shirtless for $50 on stream. But I could tell you, heavily moderating or just disabling your comment section will destroy your channel. And I feel I could be wrong. Thank you, Dr. Sexy Coco, by the way. Yes, they charge me twice. Call him. Call him. That's bizarre. Did you ever think of, you should do, just, dude, I feel like I'm like, hey, if you want to pay me, but I'm just saying in general. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only YouTuber you watch on here. You should do it through PayPal. Like, when I super chat people, I go through PayPal. Yeah, YouTube will fix it. But if they don't, just keep an eye on it. And I would suggest PayPal if you have a PayPal. But if you don't, I understand. I need stare at the screen and play Demolition Daddy. Yes, of course. Yeah, use PayPal. It covers your ass. That's fair. Wife beater looks so mean. Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Your demolition daddy. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Making it even stranger. Dr. Sexy Coco. Yeah, there's a lot going down at Xbox. Thank you, by the way. If I didn't end up waking up at 3 today because I went to bed at 5 because COVID has totally fucked up my sleep schedule. And I didn't have to do the PC video, I would have made a video on that. Yeah, but even I heard that's like from another song, Even Glare. How much would it cost for me? $500. I don't even know where I would put that. I would have to just put that up on like Twitter. I mean, you wouldn't see anything, so why not? That would be funny. I would make it intense too. You've been a horrible experience, so be very wary when buying their stuff. Well, as a person, I am not sponsored by them. I got the 32 gigabyte, 2 terabyte model. That one I ordered. I have the review unit. And both units I have, which one is the review unit's a prototype too. So if anything, there would be issues with that. I haven't had issues. I personally have not had to deal with their customer service. There's that. So maybe it is bad. But I can't confirm nor deny that. I could just say that I have had good experiences, and for full transparency, I am not sponsored by them. They're actually sending me, which is the one I think people should buy, because you're still getting the 6800U with the just the lower res screen, which is the screen you want anyway. Is the Neo Geek. That's gonna be getting to me in a couple days. So I'm sorry that happened to you, man. But again, like, I don't want to make it like I'm a representative of theirs or anything. You know, not only would I not do that because it's unethical? It's also illegal. So if I was lying to people and saying they were a sponsor or weren't a sponsor and they were, I could get charged, what is it, $25,000? Yeah, a lot of money. So point being, I wouldn't fucking lie to you about it. Ergonomically, at least for my hands, I like the PS5 controller better. But as I say that, I use the Series X controller on a daily basis more so than the PS5 one. So take that however you like. Let's make this happen, Diaz. I would, and I would put it up on. I would do the whole thing, man. I would reenact the whole thing. Is this PC for 1,000 decent for streaming gaming? That's a 6-core 12-thread chip, right? It's hyper-threaded, right? If so, yes. 16 gigs, yes. 3060, yes. Everything there is a yes. You know. See, I don't even want to mention other brands because, well, there's Axio, Aoki, Zoe, who they were a complete shit show. And then when I sent back the defective unit to them that wasn't charging, they're like, well, it works for us. Get the fuck out of here. Stop it. You're going to try to blame that on me? Why is it all the other portables I've had, the Steam Decks and the Switches, I haven't had issues with? Highly recommend Duracell Optimum Easy, double the life of my Series S controller. Yeah, I bought some rechargeables. I'll look into those, though. That's actually Superstar. Mr. Super... Oh, shit. I almost knocked over my coffee. Eventually, we'll get back to this video, I promise. Did you see? Yeah, I did. And I'm glad he's all right, man. He's 200... His blood pressure... It actually was worse. I thought it was 220 over 200. It was 240 over 190, dude. 240 over 190. Do you realize how insanely high that is? I did miss a bunch of super chats here, didn't I? Seymour, I missed yours. Yeah. Back to the Office quote. Demolition Daddy is pure Richard Masucci vibes. Men's ass is 10 out of 10. Yes, that is very true. Holy fuck, dude. Zeb, yeah, I got a 12400, so that's another 6-core 12-thread chip. 2 generations newer. 16 gigs of RAM. Now, is that DDR5 RAM? 3060, which is 1440p and beyond. Good for it. Yeah, HP has been making some bangers lately, man. They're like kind of slowly making, I never thought I would see that coming. HP's making a comeback where their shit isn't god-awful. But 240 his blood pressure was over 190. Like, yeah, he was like, yeah, the doctor was like, how are you not dead? And then he went to the ER and they were like, yeah, how are you not dead? This is RGT85. And apparently he had a heart attack too. Thank you and your birds for reading this super chat. Thank you. Yeah, because what they could do is they could run a blood test. I knew about this. Because if your heart has any kind of damage to it, it releases enzymes in your blood. And when they run lab work, they could detect the enzyme. I forgot the name of the enzyme, but I know it's... Shirtless Tommy personally gave me to Miko and played Fennec. And what is Fennec? That's from something else. You mean Finnegan Fox, but... Yeah, dude, that blood pressure, man. Deer turds are very small on the side. I wonder what are your thoughts on trying them? I don't want to get any diseases from fecal matter, so no thank you. Still, DDR4 is fine, man. Dude, I was playing Elden Ring. That's the other video I'm going to get to soon, is the Liberace PC. And I was playing Elden Ring at 1080p, medium-high settings with the RX 6400. You know, so if that's doing okay with games, you're good. They're happening, then. It's going to be like... It's going to be next week. Like, I got to get COVID out of this fucking house.
Are going to get something back. Logan seems to acknowledge his continuous
and even though I feel better, I'm not up to a 12-hour stream yet, that I could tell you.
lapse in judgment. He's not suing me, which is also cool. And frankly, this new response is just way better than his last.
I used to hate HP too, especially back when I worked at FireDog for Circuit City. There's all the time their laptops would be brought in, all the time. They were the biggest, not because they were just the most popular. It was just they had some kind of weird, they were built like shit. Dear Dad, please make me come. Thank you. Damn, I got with my GS66 with a 12700H, 3080 Ti, 64 gigs of DDR4 and 2 terabyte run Minecraft at least 720p. No, you're fucked. You're running that at like 360p and getting 30 FPS. No, those are fantastics. Yeah, weren't they saying it's like 32 gigabytes of RAM? Well, good thing I don't really, have 32 gigabytes of RAM. But, wait, it could drop to 720p? Where are you getting that from? That's like newsworthy. I should start making news again, huh?
I think we can all acknowledge that, while also acknowledging that it's not really a perfect response either. There are still major problems here. Like, for example, many of the victims just have been ignored in this response. A lot of accusations have gone unanswered, and worse, Logan still seems to be playing the victim a lot. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to give Logan credit where credit is absolutely due, while also sharing moments where I think this apology fell flat. And let me start with a positive. For example, I think...
Which is still Seymour, that's high. Yeah, he's going to have to be on... Dude, 240 over 190. How? I don't know how he didn't, God forbid, have a stroke or something, bro. That's insane.
If you are an outsider who is not affected by this scam and you wanted a reason to love Logan Paul again, I think this nails it. I mean, he's giving back some of the money, he's apologizing. So if you're a card-carrying member of the Low Gang, you can rest easy here. Logan says he's sorry, he says he's making things right, and I think that's the point of this video, is to speak to his core audience, to tell them he didn't scam anyone, and for what it's worth, I think Logan succeeds here. The problem is, I don't think I or the CryptoZoo holders were who Logan was
Andy,
really
absolutely.
addressing here. And this...
Didn't he actually call himself the Low Gang or something like that? I've always noticed, like, those tween teen content creators always have some kind of zinger line like that.
Where the response falls more flat, because he doesn't adequately address the real victims of CryptoZoo, which I think they're rightfully angry about. And I wanted to spend some time talking about that.
See, this is where I kind of sort of jump off the wagon, though. Like, I invested in a crypto. I got a little, not the one that, well, this one, the whole market's down, so whatever. But this one is legitimate. Whether it's successful or not is a different story. We'll find out in a few years. But I got bamboozled a little bit. But that's on me, you know? Yeah, it's not okay what they did. It's flat out wrong and they're scumbags, but you got to know, even with stocks, I don't want to, they're regulated and there's laws and this. And what happened in 2008? You know what I mean? Like, where are all those protections that had protected investors?
Because, again, they've been the heartbeat of...
Hey, dude, it's going to, for emulation, it's awesome for anything. My blood pressure's over 9,000 when I see these nips. Thank you for enjoying my nips. Who's the mod who's spamming?
Of this whole story, and they...
Abby's not here, so...
feel very differently about this response than Logan's core audience does. They don't feel like it's enough, and I want to talk about why. Starting with the $1.3 million repayment plan, because obviously this is the strongest part of Logan's entire response, actually opening up his wallet, and I don't want to minimize that in this video. I just do want to put it in context, because $1.3 million is a lot.
G-Fat. Well, if I see him... G-Fat Jake. Dude, you've been here for years. What are you doing?
Lot of money. Unfortunately, the scam was much bigger than $1.3 million.
He's been here forever, G-Fat Jake.
So the fact is, most victims are not...
Why is he losing his mind now? You need at least a 3070? What is that, dude? What is wrong with them?
Not going to be made whole by this plan. Just in Zoo coins alone, blockchain evidence shows $7.7 million was stolen by Logan's team, depending on who you...
Any guy who has a pose like that, do not trust. Well, either of them, they're pieces of shit. But that guy on the right, like, I wouldn't look at him and go like, yeah, he looks like a trustworthy guy.
Believe. And this refund does nothing for those victims. It doesn't even apply to the holder of Zoo.
I mean, yeah, look, man, I get what you're saying, Jeffrey, but, you know, you make investments, stock market, don't want to hear about the regulations. The regulations are fucking paper tigers. But this is wrong. Yeah, they should be held accountable, though. I don't want people to think that I'm saying they shouldn't be held accountable.
Coins at all. You get nothing if you bought this in-game currency. This refund only applies to current egg holders. So they can cash out that NFT for the initial mint price in crypto, which matters sort of because crypto has crashed a lot. So
crypto has fucking crashed a lot as an understatement.
Even though people spent $2.5 million on these eggs, in order to refund all these holders at mint price, it now only costs $1.3 million in today's money, which again is nice, but doesn't do enough because the Zoo coins were most of this scam. I mean, that's where most of the money was spent. It wasn't just on the NFTs. It was on this in-game currency, which Logan seems to have no intention of refunding. And his response for why is pretty bad.
Send it to me on Twitter. You give me a couple days, yes.
He responds to somebody who lost $80,000 who told him, I hope this isn't just doing what you have to do technically to not get sued.
Of course it is.
Logan replies with a screenshot of his white paper and later explains to another member of the Discord, I believe there has been a misconception here. As outlined in the white paper, Zoo was created to support CryptoZoo and was not intended to be an investment vehicle. When you sold or bought is not my decision. And look, to be fair to him, there was a misconception that Zoo was an investment vehicle, but it's a misconception that he created.
Like the 0.5% interest I had is now in the negatives for it. That's absolutely ridiculous. What are they doing?
I mean, he's the one who said CryptoZoo was a fun game.
I mean, if it comes out and I've even seen gameplay. It looks like a cross-gen game. Like, it doesn't even look that great.
That earned you money, and how it earned you that money was that your NFTs earned you Zoo tokens. You know, things that were supposed.
The demolition daddy. Well, sadly, Titpig is no longer with us, so.
To have value. That was the whole point of the game.
I could give a fuck about Hogwarts Legacy. Like, Rich, you buying Hogwarts Legacy? No. Oh, good, you're doing that to stand up for trans rights. Like, no, I'm pro LGBTQ. I just don't give a fuck about the game.
So to suggest that these coins weren't advertised as valuable or an investment vehicle is insane, especially
Titpig is the gay porn star that Google Fish introduced me to him.
since Logan's own team had rules for selling based strictly on the value of said
I'm all right. I'm feeling decent, man. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm streaming. You know what I mean? I'm not that bad. I'm so mad that George Santos, yeah, fuck him. He stole $3,000 from Dying Dog GoFundMe. Hate to bring politics. George Santos, he lied about a bunch of shit, didn't he?
investment vehicle.
All right, thank you, Young Jello.
Quote, rules for selling. No selling until a $200 million market cap. So I think it's fair to say if Logan's own team were
Bruno's head on Ralph's spot. I don't know what Ralph looks like, nor what his nipples look like. So Ralph could be Jay. Ralph could be Boogie. Ralph could be Camelot. Like, I have no idea. Imagine that. Imagine Ralph was Jay. Who is your daddy and what? My dad? He's still an electrical engineer, actually.
buying
I'm trying to get him to fucking retire and work on bigger projects with me, but he's stubborn as shit.
Zoo coins early, waiting for them to go up in value to a certain level and then selling them, that sounds like an investment vehicle, albeit a very stupid one. So this explanation definitely doesn't hold
No, why is everyone talking about Boogie's new video? What happened?
water, and Logan
Yeah, Richie. See, you have the wrong Ralph, though. This was like a creepy old man Ralph. That you have Ralph Wiggums, who I love. You can keep him. Love Ralph Wiggums. But the Ralph we are talking about was an old man that I don't know what he looked like that wanted to fuck me in the ass. Yeah, Jeremy is Ralph. Oh, we got to watch the video from Bo Blacks, man.
obviously just doesn't want to be on the hook for Zoo coins. Instead, he just kind of wants to refund the much.
How high was your blood pressure? 240 over 1. He's lucky he didn't have a stroke, dude. He's very lucky. Intro guys used to be high. I'll have to ask him. What's up, Trippy Savage?
Smaller part of the NFTs.
Yeah, G-Fed is okay. He's all right. Like, he's been here for years. Or maybe, you drinking tonight or something, dude? It's okay. Not that I, give double standards for people, but if you've been around for, 5 years and you're off one day, yeah, I'll give you another shot.
What makes this even worse is that this refund doesn't even apply to everyone who bought these NFTs, because some of these...
If you want to do that, then it was told, yes. Jay wants to go in the top bunk of my kid's bed and fart on me.
people sold their NFTs at a deep loss, thinking that...
Which is fun now because my mom has COVID. I can't see my kids this weekend. Fun times. Hey, Rich, losing faith in LGT. Only had my nanocell 2 years, already having issues. Yeah, dude, I've had a lot of issues with, I will say, the LG C2. Beautiful television. But I had this has the dead pixel. I actually had to get this one repaneled because it just started getting flickering lines. It wasn't burning. Everyone's like, oh, you leave the screens on, it's burning. First off, I really don't. This is the most time they have, and I have all of the burn and mitigation features in. They're on a couple hours a day. What's up, Gibby? So this had to be repaneled. This one had a dead pixel. My 75-inch nanocell ended up getting a dead line in it, and that's not even OLED. So if people still want to go with the OLED market, OLED burn-in excuse, that ain't OLED. I had a monitor behind me before I got these. One of them had a flickering issue. Those weren't OLED either. There was something else I had a problem with too. My B9 had a line in it, but I will say for that one, the LG B9, I will say, may have been because I lifted it. but I don't think so. But I have to put that out there for full transparency. No, thank you, Dr. Sexy Coco, and I appreciate that. You know. No, I did not see how big the Hogwarts Legacy.
CryptoZoo was over, that it was abandoned, and
you should see the react to the YouTube Safe Pig Norman. Tom Segura has clips from his podcast that we could. Who the hell is that and what does he do?
there's actually a way you could have tracked this whole thing, or Logan could have, and, you know, found a way to repay all the people who lost money on eggs. But instead, this refund only applies to current holders, meaning nobody who sold during the year and a half this project was abandoned gets anything back, which is a large percentage of the actual victims. And this is pretty bad. This was brought to Logan's attention.
Yeah, I heard about the 343 layoffs. You know what aggravates me is that Halo's... What is going on with Keppel? Please don't make me... Please. I can only take so much Jeremy.
By one of the people in the Discord. Joao said...
But yeah, it's sad. And they chose what happened to Halo. They could have held that game off for another year, had a polished product, and it would have been great.
Quote, Logan Paul, what will happen to the people who sold everything at a loss when the project appeared to be, quote, abandoned? Will everyone who minted be able to get that refund, or just the current owners? Now, in reply to this...
You think he's digging that deep into his own pockets? Get the fuck out of here.
Someone in the Discord said, if you sell, you lose common investing knowledge. And Logan replies, seeming to agree with this idea, which is just kind of a terrible perspective for Logan to have when he seems to be saying that he wants to refund these people. And he's the reason a lot of these people left. And this is where Logan's new apology starts to ring more hollow. It's in all of the follow-ups after the response video, because I don't know if he can help himself from betraying how he really feels about this, because in another Discord exchange, Logan says, please do not put any more money into CryptoZoo, which, by the way, is quite reasonable
maybe
to say. But then somebody follows up and says, guys, can someone explain what he said with not investing? But rather than replying, oh, guys, I just meant like I don't want anyone else losing money, or, you know, I don't want anyone else recklessly gambling, Logan replies instead, quote, I will no longer be the scapegoat for anyone's financial decisions, which is a wild response for someone who's claiming to refund people, because it implies that he thinks...
Yeah, dude, his hand was forced to make this fucking video. He knew he'd look terrible going after CoffeeZilla like that. He knew he didn't have a leg to stand on. He didn't want to do any of this. It's just good PR so he could keep his fucking wrestling contract. And you know what's funny is, well, not that I would, not shocking that I would not have a wrestling contract, but it's always amazing how in a capitalist society, morality has a price. See, if a smaller YouTuber got caught up in something like this, it would destroy them. Every sponsor would drop them. They may be banned off of YouTube. They wouldn't be able to stream on Pornhub. Okay? Logan Paul does it. Yeah, he got roasted to ever-living shit, but you know what? A year from now, he'll be perfectly fine with a flourishing WWE career with multiple YouTube channels. Why? If a YouTuber with 50,000 subs did this, forget about it. Funny how that works. Rules for thee, but not for me. Good. I'm glad.
Thinks he's the...
I'm glad it'll be crushed by Dead Space.
...victim here. And this is just insane to say as the face of this project, which got everyone involved, because...
My signature move will be the titty twister. I thought that was good. Yo, a perfect example is Floyd Mayweather, who is a convicted and jailed wife beater, still gets sponsors. Why? Because the profits outweigh the morality. It's that simple. it's like, oh yeah, people may be pissed, but so many people will see our ad because his matches are so successful, even though he's retired. Who cares? Slap an ad on there.
I think it betrays how he feels about this situation. He doesn't seem to see anything wrong with advertising a game that will make you money, it never delivering, millions of dollars being stolen by criminals he hired, and then when all...
That all just so happened to be criminals. I'll put my shirt back on.
Oh, la 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 la.
Well, it's not even just like the Chris Brown effect. It's just any popular celebrity effect, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really is.
all of those people want their money back, he feels like he's the scapegoat. Like, oh, these guys shouldn't have believed me when I advertised to them a fun game that will make you money. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Logan had a simple job to do. All he had to do was just come out, apologize, get as much money back for the victims as possible. But he himself can't help but play the victim here. In fact, I have a third example.
Because the whole plan was to eventually, even though he didn't sell it first, eventually just take the fucking money and look what, just like fucking on a bigger scale, but just like Ice Poseidon did. Which CoffeeZilla actually just so happened to interview him. He was like, dude, are you going to give the money back? He's like, I could do that. This is what Ice Poseidon said, but I'm not. That's literally what he said. I could, but nah. So you flat out, like, if it was in any other circumstance, you went into a bank and did that, you'd be in jail for fucking 30 years. Rob people. You took people's money in any other sense, you'd have some severe legal repercussions. But because the crypto market is unregulated, which is going to change, we'll see what happens with crypto at that point. They could get away with it. Now, again, I stand by, this is why I invest in stocks. Yeah, okay. Watch if there's another 2008 caliber financial collapse, how protected you are with rules and regulations. Good luck with that. Good time to buy, though. Good time to buy. I actually should be, well, taxes first, then I should be buying more shit. Rich, you need to be paid to stare at people. Instead, you get paid to take your yeah, I can't really complain. My job's pretty easy, too. That's crazy, dude, Nathaniel. Yours was worse than RGT's. 240 over 200. And fucking COVID.
Of how Logan might really feel, because
Jeffrey, I'll trade. I'll just $2,000 to the feds. Here you go. I wish. I mean, I'm very thankful for what I do, but there is a lot of expenses. More than you would think. Okay, not DSP bankruptcy levels, but not really far behind. Oh, $2? Fuck you hard. I'll take it. Man. Oh, I miss the days of getting refunds. Oh, God. Those were the good old days. I can't complain. My job is great. I'm thankful for it, and it's worth the insane amount of taxes that I have to pay, but I assure you, I pay an insane amount of taxes. Just want to say hi to my favorite bird father. Thank you, Nathan. Glad that you're here. Yeah, I'm 1090. Of course I'm 1099.
Logan tweeted right before this response. He says, quote, "The Matrix is real. Pray you never become its target."
All right there, Logan Tate.
Now, I guess he's trying to channel Andrew Tate here unsuccessfully, basically saying like, I'm getting attacked.
Went from the Illuminati to fucking... Went from the Illuminati. Remember everything with like during, like I said this the other day with Lil Wayne. Everything was the Illuminati. Yeah, why do you think my dad, a tax lawyer, chose to live in NY? Yeah, because we get fucking stuffed. Sometimes, man, if it wasn't for the amazing deal I got on my parents' house, sometimes I'm tempted. But I'd rather wait. I'll wait like 5-10 years, pay this off, and then I'll go somewhere and just take the money from this, and I want to pay this off in like a couple of years.
Not because I did anything wrong or scammed anyone. I'm just
just buy some little fucking tiny place outright. Have no overhead. Have intro guy living in a hut in my front lawn. Have my kids there. I don't care. I don't need any fucking extravagant shit.
Just too much of a truth teller. I'm just an
give me
enemy
good
of the
internet
system.
and
That's
a
why I
camera.
must be getting attacked. But if that's the case, we then have to wonder.
No. How they can't, how it's not even possible, Jeffrey. Like, even if I wanted to scam them, how could I do that? They both have their wits fully about, like, what would I have done? Hey, Dad, I'll buy the house for this price. You know what he would have done? No, I'm not selling it to you for that price. Well, okay. Oh, drywall, I'll mod you. You did ask. Like, I don't even understand how, like, that's even a thing. Like, even Nicholas Diorio is like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, what did I do? Tie them down? Hey, yes, Rich beat him, but you got the SM7B and the BBC. I went off on a fucking tangent on him. But, you know, you hear crickets back. Why? Because it's true. Why would a Jay and I say, why would we lie and put our careers on the line making something up about those people? You know, but everyone's all friends in front of the cameras. Oh, you're so fucking full of shit. What does Sexy Coco think of Mr. Hambley's obsession with Steven Krauser's trouser chatter? Reenact Coco is sexy white chocolate in 2023. I can't tie him into that, but Jeremy... well, everyone said that he would have sucked Elon's cock before Steven Crowder's. I ran a poll on Twitter. See, this I could do, Sexy Coco. Man, my penis is so long and heavy it splits the nuts while soft. I keep it strapped to my ankles. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. We need Happy Tech USA. That is true. That needs to come back. Why are you not going?
Did the Matrix force you to apologize? Did it force you to hand back 1.3 million? I just think comments like this go so far to undercut his apology because it...
Well, dude, his apology was already self-undercut by the first reaction was to attack you, CoffeeZilla. He didn't want to make this actual apology. He called him a fucking gnat on his wall.
It's very clear that instead of actually, like, caring about the victims, he feels like he's a victim. I mean, he's saying, like, oh...
A multi-millionaire. Well, it kind of reminds me of other people. Wow, all these narcissists are all of the same traits. It's weird.
Pray you never become its target. Who's the Matrix, though, Logan? Like, is it your fans who got robbed? Who are the agents coming after you? I know it's not me. I know you're not saying I'm the Matrix here in my $10 million studio. Because after all, you're thanking me. You're thanking the Matrix. Like, what is this response? It's so childish, the way he speaks about this stuff. And
Who was the guy who got the Eye of Neo 2? If you need, DM me on Twitter, and I could forward it to the CEO. Again, I'm not sponsored, but I talked to him. Like, if, like, say there's like, hey, Arthur, you should do a firmware update for this, or hey, Arthur, do you have firmware you could push through so this works the way it should on the prototype? So if you're having a problem, I could send something. And if you want, I'll keep the information private. You DM me on Twitter if you want to give me like your contact information. I could send it over to Arthur and try to get it resolved for you.
And again,
I should have thought of that before. It just popped in my head now because marijuana works like that with me.
and this isn't to be dismissive of Logan's actions if he follows through, because there is a lot of good that 1.3 million can do. And you know what? If he goes back and he finishes the game, that's also...
I'll take one. Yo, Logan, hit me up with 1.3 million, man. I'll get some crazy beverages going. I'll get the merch going quicker. It's still happening. My editor is still working on that literally as we speak.
So good. But it's just so frustrating when the good that Logan seems to be doing...
I could be a dick, David, trust me. But I'm not a... I wouldn't pull a Logan Paul either. So I'm in a weird area.
He's doing the bare minimum of at the last possible second with motivations that seem to be in the proper context, to say it lightly, irreparably tainted by self-interest.
I got an idea. All the T channels. You just made me think of something, and the pot did too. Listen, someone brought up a really good idea. It kind of made me think of this idea, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have thought of it. We need to make an exposed teacup. All the fucking T channels use my teacup shit. That song, all the T channels use the exposed song. We get a teacup with like the little saucer, and the teacup says exposed. That's it, dude. We don't even need to make Bird May 1st shirts. That's actually a good idea. Like an indirect good idea, but still excellent nonetheless.
I'm not going to address Logan's other two...
Maybe that's how I can make the money. But I probably... You want to know... Hey, Phil. I always am on your ship for not making FAP and May 1st shirts. And you know where I fucked up? T channels like sipping tea, not like tea like... How many T cells you have, Jeffrey? The T channels, like, they're called T channels because, like, ooh, tell me over T, like the drama. And they all use, like, a lot of those channels have used my exposed song. Which, hindsight, well, it was funny because that beat is actually produced by Incompetech. And I talked to him, and like 6 years later, it's like, hey, dude, can I sell this? He's like, yeah, just make sure you just put in the credits that I did the instrumental. And I thought to myself, well, I just probably missed out on $300,000 because I'm an asshole. So, Phil, I mean, as much as I'm right, even It's a Gundam said it. You should have made shirts. You should have made... Just, it happened, dude. You jerked off. It could still happen to me one day. It's happened to female streamers. It's happened to everybody, okay? You forgot the cameras. You forgot it was on. It's not a big deal. But you could have made retirement. I've said this every day for like a week. I got to stop.
Response videos, which are mostly like attacking me, because Logan sort of walked those back now. He's apologized. He said he was going to delete them. I think he deleted one of them. The other one's still up. I don't know if the impulsive episode's going to go down. Either way, it's just much less interesting now that he says he doesn't like mean it anymore. He's not going to sue. So I don't feel the need to publicly defend myself. If you're curious...
But it's North Korean currency, so it'll be worth a cent.
About all the wild stuff that was wrong in those first two responses, I'll put the video live on my Patreon, but I didn't want to release it at the time because I thought there was a better chance at getting a good ending for the victims here if I was a bit more diplomatic with Logan.
He won't. Dude, Jeffrey, though. why do I even put videos on? I should just talk to the audience, because all I'm doing is it's like background fodder. I've told Phil, and he actually, like, he filtered it in his mind a completely different way than I wrote it. I showed you guys what I wrote to him, and then we watched what he said. I'm like, Phil, look, it's not a big deal, dude. It's something that happened. It's not that you're self-deprecating yourself. You know, it's capitalize on something that you can't go back in time and erase it. You tried, but you can't. So just embrace it. That would be that. I have a 14-year legacy. Legacy of what, dude? Legacy of what? Play video games? Like, what's your legacy? And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to make it like I do anything special. I know, but like, stop taking yourself so fucking seriously. You're hurting your legacy by doing that. But there was an interesting clip that the algorithm brought up of Phil that really sums up Phil. This is why Duty's always in my streams. He's obsessed with Phil, and so am I. But it's true. Yeah, I talked about this before, but whatever. It's a good point. During his heyday, this is like peak Phil, Project 7, you know. People liked John Rambo. They thought he was the funniest character, probably because his acting was so terrible that it was. He's John. You seem like a nice guy, but you're one of the worst actors ever. Like, point being, beyond that, is Phil made a video essentially being pissed off that they liked John's character the most. He got the most compliments. He's so funny. He's so this. I'm like, I don't really know why, but okay. And Phil was uptight. It was like, well, I helped write the script. And it's like, that's all I did. That Phil wants to be important more than anything, even money. Yes. 100%. More than enough. Dude, the 59, there was just a video. It almost makes me want to get the computer back for my friend, because I'm not even sure if he's using it, because I would love to make a video on it. The 5960X, which is based on Haswell, is an 8-core, 16-thread chip from 2014. Cuts through games like butter to this day. Your 9900K, which is multiple generations newer, is just fine. That was a... Man, I should get an AliExpress. I may do that. Maybe I'll build my first 8-core rig. That would probably be a huge video too. But yeah, dude, that 5960X from ages ago, still a monster. Your 9900K is just fine.
Been at this critical juncture when he was deciding whether he was going to give money back or not.
I mean, you would have slower DDR. Why am I even playing this video? This is a waste. It's slower DDR4. Like, I think that because that's when DDR4 was first introduced. I'm very interested in this chip, by the way. I love talking about it, as you could tell. What was it? 2133 is the max it could go. I don't know. I'm pulling specs out of my ass right now, but nonetheless, it was expensive. It was $1,000 chip. But you talk about getting your money's worth out. You could still, dude, you could have that rig still, plop a new graphics card in. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get bottlenecked a teeny tiny bit, but fucking, you're still gaming it like plus 100 FPS at 4K if you want, depending on the cards you have in there. Yeah, dude, the 5960X is a monster. Like, if you... I mean, I don't know if I would tell you to buy it now. Yeah, 1080, you could still do 1080p gaming, high settings. 100%, Jeffrey. I'm going to get this 1680V 8-core and overclock it. Which generation is that? And throw in 64 gigabytes of RAM and a used X99. That's the motherboard form factor. Is 150 Xeon goes, yeah, it's going to be a monster. 100%.
Not.
How many cores is that shit?
I don't know if I succeeded in moving the needle, but that was certainly my intention. Either way, now that Logan has responded with his plan, and I've given my perspective on how much I think it's rooted in, you know, self-interest.
Yeah, you're going to be good,
versus a genuine, you know, attempt to help out the victims. I think this is about as much as I'm going to be able to contribute to this situation. I mean, I do think it's incredible that even $1.3 million came of this, while I also can acknowledge that it's not nearly enough for the real victims of this. I'll follow up in the future to make sure that he actually gives that money away. But for now, I think most of the CryptoZoo victims, if they're still hungry for justice, are going to have to take it up
legal avenues
with Logan in ways that are different than I can do on YouTube here. Which, by the way,
Obby's here for Obby's big dates.
Wait, I think some of them are. In fact,
dude, yeah, the 1650 is still fine. Even that 6400 running in a PCIe 3.0 slot, which kneecaps it by 9% because it's only a 4x PCIe card. And what AMD, which is stupid, it makes no sense to me. AMD is like, it'll make up the bandwidth by having it in a PCIe 4.0 slot, even though it's 4x bandwidth. But it's a low-profile, super-budget graphics card. It ain't gonna. No one's gonna be putting it in like a high-end PCIe 4.0 rig. But okay. But it still is doing plenty. It's insane how powerful computers are becoming. My laptop with the 12900H and 3070 Ti runs Destiny 2 at Ultra at 1080p. Oh, of course. And what I love now, even though I wish the batteries were removable, but what I love now is the laptops aren't these big hulking fucking beasts anymore. You could still get them if you get the insanely straight up desktop replacements, but like the Razer laptops and stuff like that, you know, they're slender and have a lot of power.
I just saw a lawyer on YouTube, Attorney Tom. He's going to start the legal process going after Logan, using stuff like the arbitration clause in their terms of service. So I just wanted to say, if you're a victim of CryptoZoo, you can check out that video, which I'll link to you if you want, or consult with a lawyer, because I'm sure for the people who lost a lot of money, this is certainly not the end for them, because they didn't get a full refund, and I'm sure they'll be seeking one. But even though it's not the end for them, it is the end for me for now. This is the end of the CryptoZoo saga, and I wanted to say and give a huge heartfelt thank you to everyone who viewed this and supported me throughout this. It's been insane, the level of support when Logan was threatening us, and I do not take it lightly. There is an alternate universe where if that hadn't happened, Logan would feel emboldened to sue me and probably not give much back to the victims. So it's your support that made all the difference.
And it used to be so different, Dr. Sexy Coco, to get laptops of that performance. I remember even back in like 2016, they were these fucking hulking beasts.
And got the victims at least something. So
you won't see those kinds anywhere now.
That wraps it up. Thank you for watching.
You know what's amazing to me is that the integrated graphics on the 6800U are kind of in the same ballpark as the 6400 XT. Well, yeah, I mean, my thing is, I'm going to run to the little boys' room real quick, and we'll get Andrew Tate up here. I want to hear his tapes. Audio, Andrew Tate audio. How was it? That's a short. Leaked audio, and I don't want your analysis. All right, we'll go with this.
Media personality Andrew Tate reportedly.
Warning, this is a little graphic, so don't.
Warning, is there. Yeah, I don't want to. Nope. No. Is this it?
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turn me on.
I have to do it. It's not funny, but...
Oh, yeah. It turns me on.
Why am I like that? Why? I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet.
I know what he's going to say.
Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get fucked by me. Would you rather me pin you down and make you do things you didn't like, or would you rather fuck? You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this fucking planet. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Is there something else maybe I'm missing? Let's...
Media personality Andrew Tate reportedly texted his rape...
Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turn me on. Why?
To anything going on.
Yeah, I would simply not weigh in. I think
Thank you, Macaulay Culkin. I don't care. Yeah, dude, yes, Bo Blacks. Yeah, let's go into the Bo. I forgot about Bo Blacks. Good point.
So over the past couple days...
Now, gotta be real. Do I question Keemstar's motives? Yeah, I think any sane person would. Is it a positive direction for the entire community? Absolutely. You wouldn't. You don't need a desktop. Unless you just want something that you could get that's upgradable. But the problem with the only downside to a laptop, Sexy Coco or Jeremy Rubenstein, is that minus RAM and the SSDs, usually that's all you can. You can't even get rid of the batteries now, technically, at least officially. Bro, I'm telling you, I just have this crazy gut feeling he will get out of this with a slap in the wrist because Romania is so corrupt. Yeah, but Romania is corrupt, and if the Romanian mob wanted him to shut up, that might be the reason why he's behind bars.
Keemstar has been trending on Twitter for making a bunch of pro-trans tweets, including joining the boycott against J.K. Rowling's new game. And some big right-wing creators have been getting really upset with Keem over this particular...
I knew that this game was going to cause this shit show. I was 300% positive. I knew this game was going to fucking make people lose their minds.
Particularly the quartering and Sneeko. It's some pretty funny stuff, so let's just get straight into it. This all started when Keemstar said, "Deleted my tweet. I was so lost on why you would need tampons in a men's bathroom. Now I get it. Trans men still have periods. I'm learning. You can fuck off." Small Bean responds by saying, "I'm not..."
Yeah, but there's workarounds. There's workarounds with that. It's such a stupid fucking... When are they officially supporting... This computer is a Windows 10. I mean, I'm not Phil if they're like Windows 10 support is stopping, but it's so solid, this setup. I have a fucking first-gen Threadripper. It's taking a nap while I'm streaming. For me, I like having one computer I can use anywhere, but as a desktop via Thunderbolt dock or in a hotel room, it's the same computer with the same performance. Yeah, it's amazing the performance you could get, man. You know, video editing now on the go is a breeze.
Gonna pretend like I like you, but I give respect.
That's actually not that far away. They're ending life in 2025 for Windows 10, huh?
Where respect is due. Good on you.
Windows. I use Windows. I go back and forth between Windows 11 and Windows 10 every day. Maybe there's features I don't know about Windows 11, but I barely notice the fucking difference. Why are we talking about Hogwarts so much, by the way? They revealed Hogwarts Legacy last year, and everyone that was into Harry Potter was hyped about it. Because now money is going to exchange hands, and they know that J.K. Rowling made a bunch of anti-trans remarks. And wasn't she involved in this? Like I said yesterday, I don't think you're anti-trans if you buy this game. That's like saying, God, Christ almighty, but it's like saying I'm pro-pedophilia because I would still watch an episode of Ren and Stimpy. Because John K. is a piece of shit. And he is. You know? He's a fucking monster. I don't dislike Windows 11. I just barely feels any different to me. Maybe there's features I'm missing, but it barely feels any different to me.
For this, definitely a W. Amy says, holy fuck, Keemstar redemption arc? Gender fluid goblin shares this headline that says, heartbreaking, the worst person you know just made a great point.
That meme is always everywhere.
Jack says, I disagree with just about everything you say, but growth should always be encouraged, no matter where it comes from. This is a W. Keep it coming. Blob shows a picture of Peter Griffin saying, aw, sweet, trans rights. Veronica says, rare Keem W. Big Q responds by saying, honestly, the fact that he acknowledged that he was wrong, and also had the decency to basically say, you know, I'm still learning about this kind of stuff, is pretty based on his part. Papal Pause 2 says, actual genuine Keem W. Holy cow. Hopefully this is the start of a bigger growth arc. Lucas says, Keem never becoming a reactionary is like the weirdest glitch in the Matrix. Kevel shows Keem's tweet and says, if Keemstar can be this based on trans issues, no other YouTuber has an excuse. Tom says, apparently Keemstar is trans now? Then right...
Because he's being more open-minded, supposedly. He's trans. Then that would make me trans, too. I don't want the game, but I admittedly don't want the game because I could give a fuck about the Harry Potter world. That's just me. You know.
Wing Cope added to the pile of pro-trans Keem tweets when he showed this video with the caption, Keemstar transforms into woke star in a shocking W.
Today I want to talk to you about an issue that is very important to others and other people don't care about it, and that is...
But is it really woke, though? See, to me, is woke is like, hey, we should talk about Medicare for all. No, you need to make sure you're addressing me by the right pronouns. Then you're being a woke idiot. You know, that's what that's what I'm like in the get woke go broke crowd. You don't see his nips. But no, I don't consider this shit woke.
Pronouns in a bio. Now, this is something that I always thought was stupid. I always look for some like logical sense in pronouns in a bio, and just all the arguments.
Of course they are. Of course they are. You can't tell me they did this to me, because here's the thing. You can get a whole... There are so many computers out there for a lot of people who just need, like, whether it be an office PC or they just wanted to make one of those HP PCs into like a cheap little gaming PC that it'll run for years to come. So, hey, let's throw some planned obsolescence in there. I'm not saying that it's not they're lying and that there's certain things they can't do with security updates if your hardware doesn't support it. But did they have to make it that you couldn't install Windows 11 on there at all unless you do a workaround? I don't know about that. That just sounds like all the computer companies like, yo, these computers are not dying. Let's do something. That's what I said. I said they're important. But I said if you're talking, like, if you're bringing them up and they're more important to you than talking about, like, Medicare for all, which literally saves people's lives, and you rather fight about that, that's when you lose me. You understand what I'm saying?
That I heard just didn't make sense. None of them did. But recently, as you know, I've been dating legal, consenting Gen Z girls, and they've given me their perspective on pronouns, and it kind of opened up my mind to why they're so important. And I know some of my more edgier fans are going to be upset with this, but honestly, it's time for you to wake up and grow up and, you know, grow yourself. So I'm announcing in this Twitter video that I have added pronouns to my bio.
Connors responds by saying, legal consenting Gen Z girls? Instant Ramen says, bro was definitely visited by 3 ghosts last night. Hassan
Oh, well, I'm not shocked at all.
Saeed shows a picture of Terminator and a crying girl under a desk, with Terminator being pronouns, and the crying hiding girl being grown adult men. Hassan Abi quote.
But man, he brought out... It's just like, hey, let's see who is actually really transphobic. Oh, look, Jeremy has come out of the woodwork.
I just peed in my basement.
Wow.
Tweets this and says, bro, what the fuck is happening? Over the next couple days, Keemstar continues to get support for being pro-trans, with Tate to you on Instagram saying, yo Keem, I'm loving the support for pronouns and the whole tampons in the men's room thing and stuff. It's nice to see that stuff on your...
Yeah, he is like a mosquito to a fluorescent light. He can't help himself. And then he just goes there and gets electrocuted. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? Sit down.
Your platform. Respect. Keem responds by saying, apparently I'm a trans activist now. Sneeko then responds to Keem by saying L. Keemstar then retaliates by showing Sneeko in a non-traditional article of clothing, and the caption, Sneeko has kicked me out of the trans community. Sneeko responds by saying, what color is your Burberry model check? Keem responds, Burberry was created by Agent Smith. It's spyware technology. Sneeko replies by showing Keem that he's 40 years old, to which Keem replies with Kanye West being 45, and Sneeko responds by saying, little bro just compared himself to Yee. Keem replies, nah, you were acting like you have some issue that I'm 40, when you were just sucking Yee's dick a few weeks ago.
That's actually a really valid point by Keemstar. Oh my god. Start a family, find... Oh god.
Sneeko responds, start a family, to which Keem replies, find your dad. Sneeko responds, ratio, and then Keem says, fatherless confirmed. Keem then continues to be pro-trans when he tweets out, I will not be buying Hogwarts Legacy. JK won't be rowling in my money.
Who wants to tell people that? I'm sure Keemstar is just not buying the game because he just doesn't care about it.
Obviously referring to J.K. Rowling, the creator of Harry Potter, which
I'm in the 41 club.
Hogwarts Legacy is a game based off of being openly against the concept of transitioning. Do enjoy your response by saying, Keem after receiving godlike sloppy from a 20-year-old trans girl. I get it now. Waffles responds to him by saying, let him cook! 1000% this is bait, but JK won't be rowling in my money is still funny as hell. Capria says, which trans girl gave Keemstar life-changing dome?
I bet you that happened. Which is fine. But I bet you he's like, oh damn man, this is I'm now pro-trans. Ah, look, the quartering has emerged. Wow.
The quartering responds by saying, I'll be purchasing 2 copies to offset this. I will be gifting Keemstar's version of Hogwarts Legacy to one lucky gamer. Please reply with your Steam name and the hashtag KeemstarIsBald to enter. Okay.
How do you make a Keemstar is bald when you're balding, dude? You basically have a comb over now, Jeremy. Like... I'm asking someone like him to be self-aware, though. I always have to remember that's something that they can't do.
Okay, I'll consider the console versions, too. Tipster quote tweets him and says, you pissed in your basement.
Which is true.
I just peed in my basement.
Sick burn, Tipster. You get caught up in more cringe cheating scandals. You know, hitting on e-girls, having them leak those messages, telling you how you're all alone while married. Bro, you had diarrhea in your... allegedly ex-wife's fucking Audi. Shh. And again, I know that happened with Tipster. I don't know the exact the details of it. I'm unsure of, but 2 consenting adults. So all I care about, man. As long as you ain't fucking drugging anybody or forcing them down. You know, is what it is. What you do behind your bedroom, so long as you ain't hurting anybody, Ain't my business.
Which the quartering responds, sick burn, tipster. You get caught up in any more cringe cheating scandals? You know, hitting on e-girls, having them leak those messages? Telling them how you're all alone while married? Sit down. Tipster responds by saying, imagine getting this triggered over a joke. Also, not sure me getting love from the ladies is the dunk you think it is. At the end of the day, you still peed in your basement. Better watch out, Jeremy.
That's like the least of his offenses, too. It's like him peeing in his basement, if that's the only thing that Jeremy did, would be a fart in the wind. I wish this gnome would unblock me on Twitter, all because I said Joe Rogan is dumb like a year ago. Really? He blocked you over that? Dude, I fucking tweet stupid shit at Keemstar. I'm surprised he hasn't reblocked me, actually. Especially with, like, the AI, like, fucking like shirtless pics of him. You two drama llamas just seem to be made up of unpunchable people that should but never do. Not sure what you mean by that. Maybe it's just not my brain working right now.
Jeremy, the last 4 people who tried to claim I'm some kind of sex pest who cheats on my wife got outed for being a wee bit too
Oh yeah, I remember that with Papa God. I don't know who the fuck the other people are.
Spicy themselves. You were not projecting like they were, are you? 80-30 response to the
I keep hearing rumors that he's divorced. I'm not gonna do anything to find out if that's true or not. Ain't my business. It wouldn't shock me either, though. I have arrived. The quartering's receding. No, he's just thinning all up on top. It's just going slowly going. It ain't receding. It's like how my shit was. My shit just went. Reminder that Jeremy is triggered of LGBT people because he got bodied by a trans woman, didn't he?
Quartering by saying, you look like a pedophile, to which the quartering responds, you follow 2,000 people and have even fewer followers. I'm not sure you're in any position to be interjecting opinions.
But dude, you obviously care about his opinion because you're replying to it. Does he not realize that it just... No, narcissists never understand that. You flexing your followers and numbers to a rando just makes you look so insecure. Like it's another level of insecurity.
I guess maybe on what pedophiles look like? I don't know any. I assume you do. I'm sorry you have such a clear picture.
Of course.
Of what pedophiles look like. And then 80-30 ended up liking this tweet. I'm pretty sure he's just fucking around. But I just find the fact that he responded to 80-30 by saying he's not in a position to interject opinions because he has a low...
Now that's quartering Zoe. He does that with me, man. The first thing he does when I fucking verbally body him is he runs crying to my social blade to compare it to his
follower account. Super funny considering
literally that's what he
begging Elon Musk to become Twitter CEO or at least work under him at Twitter, as if a random YouTuber is in any position to take on a job like that. But regardless, Nicholas Diorio shows these tweets from the quartering and captions it by saying, Keemstar pretend.
I mean, yeah, my viewership isn't great. Like monthly, I should say. The videos do awesome, but because I'm not doing daily news anymore, really, mostly, I've semi-retired it. Which is kind of strange because I made a video on that with Quantum. I came back fully for a little bit, and I actually, in the long run, actually stuck to that video. If you really think about it. But he's probably, like, I'm actually gaining thousands of subs now. It's amazing when you do high production value content, people... like it. Wow.
Wow.
Mr. Force Cream Pie. Yeah, that too. God, oh man. Which again, whatever pour and floats your boat, so long as it's with people of legal age, whatever. But the Force Cream Pie is like, why does someone need to be under duress? I don't know. Weird. DSP tickled bubbles. Birds.
he wasn't going to buy the Wizard game. And we got all these epic Jeremy tweets laughing my fucking ass off. The quartering responds, yes, Nick. We all know you were part of Keem's cringe fan club.
Which is factually not true. How many videos did Nicholas Diorio make roasting the shit out of Keemstar? But it's the quartering though. He'll lie to get as much gain as he can. Twitter DM, the rough design of your T exposed idea as I understand it. Well, my editor is like, yeah, we can't get... I'm finding a way to get a teacup, Jay. That is stupid for us not to do it. Fuck, there's only one bird. I can't fit another bird up here right now, man. There's no room for more birds. I do have a self-sustaining plant, though. If you want to see my plant, here it is. It's actually, yeah, it's doing okay.
The real sad part is you're sitting here overjoyed that a man tweeted about another grown man. You took time out of your night to screenshot point.
Dude, you do that. You just fought with someone you said is a nobody. And you're going to go use that fucking argument against Nicholas Diorio? Why are you interjecting? Why are you stating... You just stated opinions to someone you said who's not relevant. Like, he literally contradicts himself in minutes. Riddle me this, Batman. When will Microsoft Edge be allowed to... Microsoft Coom? I don't know, but Microsoft... I don't want to use Microsoft Edge. I don't want to use it. I don't know what else to tell you. Stop begging me to use it when I download Chrome. DK Oldies PS2 update coming soon. Like I said, dude, a lot of stuff because of COVID has kind of been pushed. So they're all still coming, those projects, though. Oh, I farted.
Pointless tweets, as what is sadly a hilarious cell phone. Samuel J responds by saying, I think the point is more, look how easy it is to get a rise out of Jeremy, and like clockwork, it got a rise out of you. The quartering responds, am I not allowed to reply? A reply from me is proof.
Didn't you just kind of roast, or thought you roasted Nicholas Diorio for replying when you think he shouldn't have? But then someone tells you, why are you replying when you shouldn't have? And you're saying, I have the right to... Holy fuck. I can't take this man. He's like DSP if he was a right-wing grifter.
If I'm mad, I tweet like 100 times a day, and in none of them am I ever mad, lol.
Yes. Oh. That's a lie. That is a fucking lie.
Maggot edits response to the quartering by saying, we all know you're just drunk and spurging on Twitter.
100%. He'll say he's sober, though. There's been other times he said he's sober and, like, admitted later that he wasn't. Allegedly.
The quartering responds by saying, I haven't been drunk all January.
Bullshit.
Maggot says, sure, bro. To which quartering responds, it says something about you that you would think I have to be drunk to interact with.
Oh, my God. He's always got to be, I am the superior one. I am the superior one. Fuck you. Fuck you. I am so glad that so many more people are seeing how much of a piece of shit he is.
With you. Chin up. You'll find happiness one day. Maggot responds, oh boy, you really got me.
No, you have to be the quartering's receding hairline like Leroy. You have to be just the quartering's balding head. Because it's not receding, it's just disappearing.
There. I'm glad you think I want validation from a fat balding loser who pees in his basement. Yuck. Quartering responds, oh, I know you need my validation. Your desperate quote tweets prove.
Rich, here's some BS for you. I fractured my shoulder on a ski trip and was summoned to jury duty even when they denied my excuse. Fuck them.
That. I really hope you can find validation in more healthy ways. This is not a good look. 8030 responds,
Seriously.
take the L, Elmery. The quartering responds, replying to tweets is an L. Some perpetually online fuckwits say, hey dude, you look like a pet.
Yeah, he gotta be. I think he's tweeting even more than usual. I don't know. And I ain't going to do anything to find out because it's not... I'm speculating right now, and that's all it could be until something becomes public. He's single. I don't know, but I would place bets that he is. Because he's like doing this more often now, if you haven't noticed.
Pedophile. And if you laugh at them, you suddenly...
Allegedly is married.
Declare you won something? Nicholas Diorio then shares...
That's probably how he laughed to himself. Remember he was laughing in my... Remember he was typing laughing like he's 12 in the chat when he was drinking my gastric bypass juices? Remember he was like, ha 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 ha. Why are you really typing out the ha-has, dude? Are you fucking 9? DSP's Nintendo 64 hairline. Louis Rossman's receding hairline.
There's all of these tweets on his timeline and says, so I made a really...
He blames... He can't even take the... Like, dude, it's just your hairline's receding, bro. You're 40. He can't even take the blame for a receding hairline. He has to blame his mom. Think, literally, the quarter-inch balding head. That is what I needed.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Try to relax your
Congratulations.
This song bothered this guy a lot.
Congratulations.
He played it on his stream.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm never blowing bubbles ever again.
Breasts.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
DBZ, like, he just, again, kind of like Phil, except a more evil Phil. He just doesn't know when to stop. Yeah, that is amazing. Phil blamed his mom for his hairline receding more on one side. It's just called your hairline's receding, dude. It's not like it's going to recede symmetrical.
Really light joke about Jeremy getting trolled by Keemstar, and now he's erupted into his monthly meltdown. I'm reposting these because they'll surely be deleted in the morning, laughing my fucking ass off. The quartering
Jeremy is only now thinning when I've been clinging onto my hair for dear life since I started slightly thinning when I was like 15, 16, bro. It's just my grandfather on my mom's side, my great-great-grandfather, excuse me. No, great-grandfather. Yes. Was bald by 18. I don't care. I fucking don't care. Even if I had a full head of hair, I would still shave it like this. It is easier. My head is the right shape for it. Take it, just shower, you just shave your head. I don't even have to go to a fucking barber. Nicole, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're okay. Welcome back.
You understand I know Keemstar.
Thanks for the advice going in terms for building a channel. Just scary with all these new 2S which limit gaming. What is limiting gaming? Like, what is the limits? What do you, like, I keep hearing that. As a person who has a tech channel that doesn't really game on it.
Is trolling, right? You get that, right, Nick? You really think I thought suddenly one of the biggest fuckwits on the internet was suddenly all about trans rights? Nah, you didn't actually think that. I don't think you were actually that dumb. I then respond by saying, the head of Keemstar's Drama Alert news team is trans. The only transphobic
They put a lot... Why?
person here is you, buddy. And by the way, that isn't a joke. Olivia, who is the head of research at Drama Alert, is trans. And as far as I know, Keem has been nothing but supportive of her behind the scenes. So yeah, I don't think Keemstar is transphobic. Anyways, Jeremy...
Yeah, that kind of... Well... I don't think Keemstar is either. But if you're just saying, oh, I work with a trans person, oh, I work with a black... I'm friends with a black person, you can't instantly exonerate them because... Captain Gay Black Dads used to use that as a scapegoat. Miley Yiannopoulos be like, oh, I'm gay and enjoy black cocks. So therefore, even though I am racist and homophobic, even though I'm gay, you can't say anything to me because I'm gay.
He responds to me by saying, another Keemstar White Knight, I love you Black Lives Matter song, Bo Black, so cool. I respond, yeah, I think Black Lives Matter and trans people are valid. I'm basically evil in your eyes. To which he then says, my dad is black.
Oh my god, could we stop with that stupid fucking joke that you admitted was a joke, but you were trying to... I enjoy subs in my mouth. I'm gonna have Jay feed him to you. I gotta stream with Jay again on Twitch, I keep forgetting. I'm serious. I keep forgetting.
You racist, which, what does that even mean? That you're not racist? That I'm racist for making fun of a black man's son? Do you wish your dad was black and he's not? I don't really know what the joke.
He used to go, dude, he made a video on this before he said it on David Jack. He finally came forward. I don't think he may have always been joking, but I really think he was that. We obviously know he'll lie. And I think he was doing it in the beginning to be like, yo, how could you say anything about me? I got 2 gay black dads. I go to Thanksgiving and they're butt fucking each other on the dining room table. I added the rest of that, but that's so weird because there was a time that YouTube was stricter with violence in games. Then they eased up, and now I guess they're getting strict again because some advertiser probably cried.
Joke here is, but apparently whatever it is, it's old because ReviewTechUSA quote tweets quartering and says, "This joke is old. Go drink." Keemstar.
Yeah, that's accurate. I wonder if this is why, someone said it before, but it's true. I wonder if this is why he's so uptight with the trans community, because he got beat up by a trans woman. And that's why he's got anger.
Responds to all of this by saying, "The quartering has made 5+ tweets crying that I support trans rights. The origin story for the quartering's hate for the LGBTQ comes from a 2019 incident where a man in a dress punched him. Instead of defending himself like a man, he called the police and fundraised a lawsuit. The quartering..."
Where he showed a picture of himself looking injured in the GoFundMe. I'm like, dude, you just look tired. Like that image is not going to motivate me to give you money to fucking go to a lawyer. So weird.
Responds to him by saying bald, and then Keem replies by saying, "Talking all that ish. Why don't you comb over here?" The quartering then says a law.
So that is such a lack of self-awareness tweet.
Oh, they so mad tonight.
Yeah, of course he won. He always does this, even when he looks like the biggest fool on Twitter. He always wins. And I think that's what his audience that blindly follows him loves about him, is that they love when people never admit wrong. That's strength. If they don't realize it's stupidity and you never grow as a person.
And then tries to cope by talking about a random TV show. And then Keemstar and Keffels do a co-tweet together saying trans rights.
Co-tweets are a thing?
I don't really know what's going on. 2023 is crazy, and a bunch of stuff is happening that I didn't think would happen, but honestly, I'm glad. Even if Keemstar is somewhat...
We gotta check the Quartering's channel. There has to be a he had to have made a video on this. There's no way. He makes a video if, like, Xbox for Pride Month changes their logo to, like, a trans logo. And he'll make a 30-minute video on it. There's no way he didn't make a video on this.
Somewhat being jokey about it. I love the positive message that is being pushed, with acknowledging that gender-specific amenities should be available in all bathrooms due to the existence of transgender people, as well as people who already know about all of this stuff, being understanding that there is a learning curve to understanding LGBTQ stuff if you are not LGBTQ yourself, and having this positive dialogue pushed about trans issues and trans people in general.
Yeah, so even if he's full of shit, what Blow Blacks is saying is a valid point. It's putting a lot of eyes to trans rights, which is good. Yeah, I think Keffels looks good. She's hot.
Into a community that is traditionally not as accepting of those things, hence the reaction from Sneeko and the Quartering, I think is great, as it may get people to second guess some of the misconceptions they might have about trans people, and more importantly, it will get the Quartering to spurg out, which is funny for all people of all identities and ethnicities to watch unfold. And if you are one of those people...
Alright, so let's see. I can't picture the quartering not responding to this. I just can't. I maybe, but he did look so bad. There is a chance. But even when he looks bad, he tries to spin it.
Can I get a countdown?
Wait, Donald Trump's actually back on Twitter. Oh no. YouTube just screwed us. No, he didn't make a video. You know why? Oh no, he did. Wow, I'm shocked. He made a video. Apparently he pays it. Dude, if you pay editors, Jeremy, fire them now.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Tuesday, January 17th. Lots of...
He even starts his videos like Phil. Who does that? Hello, everyone. It's the Level 1 podcast where we're having fun on Level 1, and I did masturbate on May 1st, 2016. No. I don't pay Jay. He just works pretty much on a daily basis for me out of the kindness of his heart. No, it's charity.
News today. I've got the Crowder situation covered on the channel. I've got some Twitter...
Oh, my God. Get Crowder's dick out of your mouth, dude.
Lawsuit stuff. I've got all sorts of things. So I hope if you're enjoying the content today that you'll leave a like down below and you'll consider subscribing. I would absolutely love to earn your subscription today. Now, I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. It is a game that I have now begrudgingly pre-ordered, and I say that.
Why? Oh, I have to make sure that I look as transphobic as, and you can't. I always check when I talk. First off, you look like a shitting his pants there. When I talk about Jeremy, and people are like, oh, God, he's always coming out. You're obsessed with him, even though you talk about it once every 3 to 4 weeks, because he melts down now once every 3 to 4 weeks. And I look, yeah, they're like, there's only 2 sexes, and transgender women should, like, they retweet this stuff. And it's like, dude, I know who you're placating to, bro. So go begrudgingly buy a game that you don't even want. Fuck you.
That not because I wasn't excited to play the game, because I am, but
no, you're not.
Because I really don't like pre-ordering. I really don't like pre-ordering stuff to like own the libs. I think you should just wait. I think
because that's the most important thing with everything else going on. Own the libs. It's not like there's more important issues, way more important than this.
General good advice for my viewers would be, unless your mind's already made up, there's really no value in
Well, the thing is, here is the disclaimer I'll give you. If you don't want to see me shit posting, don't follow me on Twitter. If you want to see me shit posting, follow me on Twitter. Humping Steven Crowder, how are you?
Humping Steven Crowder.
If you don't want to see me roast people like Jeremy and Logan Paul and DSP, especially DSP, on a daily basis, I would suggest staying away from this channel. I was just staying away from my Twitter, where I shitpost quite a bit, especially since COVID has now decided that I'm going to be nocturnal, which I need to get off this schedule. But I wouldn't just follow my main YouTube channel. Mostly just uploading reviews there now, with the occasional news story. But I'm just warning you, if you follow me on Twitter, I shitpost. If you follow me here, I'm essentially a comedy troll. I don't even know the whole story, T-Prayed, behind the gas stove thing. I have no idea what's going on with that.
Pre-ordering, and Lord knows I've been burned before by pre-orders, in particular Cyberpunk, 2077 comes to mind. But one of the biggest nothing burgers on the internet today is that there's
a nothing burger that you're making a video on. So therefore, it's not a nothing burger. People that middle-aged YouTuber fapped on stream, we need to remember May the 1st. It will live on forever. Oh, Phil.
Some like actual...
And he doesn't realize that him taking that, so my wife cries whenever she... He's kind of said without saying it, but I think he kind of did say it. Was, my wife cries whenever she sees that video. I would just... if that's true, which I don't believe, but if that's true and it just like Kat runs frantically out of the room when she sees Phil's fap face on YouTube, I would die laughing. I would absolutely die laughing. A upcoming WWE match. Probably because he's thinking real hard of how could I make it where I actually got owned and look like an idiot and this is a nothing burger that I'm going to cry about. How can I look good in this situation? He's thinking of that in real time as he's making his videos because his videos are more unscripted than fucking what's his name? Unscripted crap gamer.
Controversy around Hogwarts Legacy. There absolutely is not. It's fake. It's manufactured. And I will prove you these things.
You could wish him happy anniversary. Like, there is a great idea, but he'll never do it. Never will happen in a million years. Have a May 1st anniversary stream and just do a parody. Not saying jerk off. Please don't do that. But make a joke out of it. Rope shooter. All right, dude, that one's gonna go make me go piss. I might as well piss now. I'm gonna go piss. There's Phil's big, thick, muscular calves. The first. Here, we'll go, let's see. There. We'll go back to the classic.
Brasses. Brasses. Brasses.
Alright, so let's get back to Jeremy, quote unquote, winning
through data and actual unemotional responses. By the way, I want
thank you very much, Rope Shooter.
I want to thank everybody who's been supportive of coffeebrandcoffee.com.
Oh my god. And some of these are the same fucking people that if I have like 2 ads in my videos a month would fucking cry in the comments section, but every one of his videos are a giant infomercial.
Just want to remind people, this is my product, my company. We have probably a dozen different coffees. We're getting close to some. We just sold out of eggnog. We've got a few of the white chocolate cranberry spice left.
Oh my god, he sounds like QVC.
And they're rolling in our transphobic comments. Never seen so many people divided over a video game purchase. Well, that's just not true. This is the video game community, bro. You must be new here. Absolutely. I mean, how about The Last of Us 2? Not that long ago.
Yeah, which you dick rode that into. I made a few videos, but Jesus Christ.
You see him highlighting tweets from the Act Man saying, if you buy Hogwarts...
Yeah, this one's rose gold, exactly.
Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter, you're automatically a transphobe. That's like saying if you've ever played a Blizzard game, you're automatically a fan of harassment. Where the F do people come up with these scarlet brain rot takes? Scarlet brain rot takes. I'm not familiar with that term.
Scarlet rot is from Elden Ring
terminology. Then you see this, Tyler, I'm just not playing.
Fucking hate Scarlet Rot. Death Blight's even worse. You get that meter to fill up, you're fucked. At least with like Scarlet Rot and the rest of them, you could, if you have enough flat. Why am I talking about this? Because I'm obsessed with Elden Ring. If you have enough flasks, you can get through it. But if Death Blight gets you, if that meter fills up, you're fucked.
Just not playing the game is not enough. I will be actively standing outside of GameStop at midnight release of Hogwarts Legacy, throwing rocks at people. Stop talking about it.
Well, yeah, that's a fucking Neanderthal take. You could disagree with people buying the game, and you could express your opinion, but throwing rocks at people, fuck you. Someone should have called the cops on this guy.
Be about it. Now, I assume this is a joke. If not, he can roll up on my GameStop anytime and throw rocks and see how that goes for him. Sarah Daniels, from someone who is literally a poster child for Hogwarts School Choir at Universal Studios. If I cannot buy Hogwarts Legacy, so can you. It literally is just that easy. It's one of the best, most memorable parts of my life. But J.K. Rowling is harming people.
All right, I can't. I'd rather watch QVC than sit through a quartering video. Literally, actually. You can't see a fucking thing. You can't see. I just noticed that right now. Oh, yes, you can. I forgot the stream is like 6 hours behind. Let's just... I don't know if I could sit through a whole movie, but let's see. Do we have something that's like... This fucking guy, man. Just going around staring at people. And they're oh, Brocco's in Russia. Brazio.
В момент тихого взгляда Братцо через него проходит что-то невидимое.
I swear to God, Tim Heidecker. I don't think you know who I am. Hi, I'm Rich. Is this like a fucking mole for Tim and Eric? I just can't believe that people would line up at events. This guy's living is just staring at people. Probably because some sadly terminally ill, because people get desperate. Like when they have a chronic illness or, you know, their days are sadly numbered, their logic goes out the window. And then it's like, maybe Brazio staring at me will save me. Oh, John Tron, thank you for putting this man into my life.
Чтобы помочь нам найти источник глубокого...
Do you feel comforted by this man? I gotta leave turn to full screen. What the fuck am I doing? Do you feel comforted by that man's stare? If that man was staring at me, I'd call the fucking cops. Holy fuck, dude. I can't believe. Yo. It is amazing what people will buy into, Rope Shooter.
Внутреннего покоя и радости. Он помогает людям посредством того, что сам он считает даром.
And they're lining up, allegedly. These are pre-recorded videos that are curated. But they're lining up to... I mean, obviously the guys... They gotta be doing something right.
Свыше. И это оживляет божественную искру, что носит...
I don't know who that is, but he's ridiculous. This does the exact opposite of comforting me. I know. Dude, it's insane. That this exists. I can't believe it. I have been at the encounters. She's seen this fucking guy 80 times. 80 times, dude.
Что он переезжает в Белгород. 2 раза ездила туда на сеансы. И сейчас вот здесь вот, у нас еще музей выступал. Меня прямо ветер несет сюда, к нему такие легкости, такое блаженство.
Почувствовал спокойствие, доброту.
И слезы, и трепет какой-то в душе. Просто вообще легкость какая-то. Вообще невозможно ощущение такое передать. Сердце прямо так выскакивает. Не знаю, я была как...
I was here before because I had a lot of pain in my knee.
Один раз.
It's always the healing too. It's always, and magically, that's all these fucking scam artists. Cosmic Productions, thank you. It's the same thing, dude. That's all. Imagine my doctor couldn't heal me, and this man stared at me, and I'm just magically healed. Of course you are. I'm about to poop, but I'm scared this will be an all-nighter. Does God stay in heaven because he is afraid of what he's created? Coming out of your ass, probably. I love Tim and Eric. It's an acquired taste, but I love Tim and Eric. It like Peter Popoff's Miracle Water. I drank the water even though it specifically says that they tell you on the website don't drink the water. But people are like, nah, I'm drinking it. I woke up the next day and there's 60 grand in my bank account. No, dude. How do motherfuckers fall for this, man?
Отлично. Год чувствовал отлично. Я верю в это. Я все чувствую. Я, как сказать, и в церковь хожу. Но чувствую, что болезни мои все ушли. Я просто рада.
Yeah, it's selling bullshit to desperate people. It's like the worst evil ever. All these pastors, these televangelists. You know, and you see them with their private jets, and they're making money off of people literally sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times on the brink of death, or they're in chronic pain that it makes their lives unbearable. They're literally becoming rich off of other people's suffering. A minute to poop and it's already. Thank you, Jeremy, for letting me know how your ass is doing.
Довольно, что я сижу, я бы сидела и час, и 2. Присутствовала при нем, просто как человек понимает все до него идут. И я думаю, что и мне Господь даст здоровье.
Взгляд необыкновенный. Человек сам по себе видно, что светлый.
Поплакали.
What the fuck? And it's just these testimonials. What do I have? You just saying shit?
Такое удовлетворение в душе, такое спокойствие, вера.
Like, show me someone with a shot off leg and his stare growing it back, and then I'll be on board. Oh, I know you're joking, but isn't that the worst when you take a shit and then your asshole feels like it's burning?
Вера в то, что нам в наших болезнях нам что-то поможет. Вера в то, что у наших детей все будет хорошо. Верим во все хорошее. И спасибо тем, кто это организовал.
В Курске братца побывал впервые. Открыл для себя еще один город в России и замечательных людей. Большинство
What is he fucking wearing? Yo, did he raid Prince's closet?
из тех, кто пришел на встречу с братцем в Курске, ничего о нем не знали. Но почти всегда сюда безошибочно приходят особенные люди. Те, кто сохранил способность
I just am still amazed that people fall for it. It's gonna be another bowl lifter. Last time my head hit the ceiling. Yeah, that was just the overflow of water, and I hope you clean your floor. I'm about to make a bono.
занимать мир душой, кто способен на слезы умиления, на ощущение.
People will fucking believe this is what it is. People will fucking believe anything. I just can't believe that this is the thing.
Любви, заполняющей без остатка. Таких мало. Но свет всегда тянется к свету, и ощутить его в другом способен только тот, кто имеет его сам.
Вот навел на меня, и вот как будто два лучика из глаз пошли. У меня что-то в сердце все-таки перевернулось.
Yeah, you're crying because you realize you got fleeced. That's why.
Еще бы хотелось, чтобы, конечно, продлился этот сеанс.
В сердце только любовь мы несем. Любовь и добро, и свет. Очень прекрасно, приятно очень. Сильная энергетика.
И взгляд, вы знаете, очень добрый, такой теплый, какой-то ласкающий. Вот, хотя безмолвный.
Yeah, because you're sitting there being quiet, staring at you.
Да, когда люди есть, дар несущие, ради Бога пусть несут, не мешайте.
Сердечки, ну, легкость такая, мне приятно как-то, и радость как-то появилась радость. Вот иду домой со цветочком.
And now I'm going home with a oh, that bad. There you
Такая
go.
радость от него. Я так улыбалась и чуть не плакала.
Добро, покой.
Какой-то вот прилив энергии, тепло пошло.
Dad, at this point, I think Phil will fully admit to the May. He has admitted to the May 1st incident before the Switch Pro happens. Well, it was Digital Foundry, and I knew the rumors had to be true because they started like right when the original Switch was released. Then they were going to make a Switch Pro. Then the supply chain is in manufacturing issues happened because of the pandemic, and they're like, "All right, Switch OLED." I'm soaking in tears and sweat. This turd is fighting me, but I'm going to win. I'll take everything I've got, but dude, they're going to be able to put a tennis ball in your ass effortlessly.
А сегодня вот просто какое-то вот, ну, спокойствие и какая-то благодать. Прямо очень довольна.
Земной ему поклон. Понимаете, земной. Быть и ощущать, что ты нужен кому-то. Великое счастье. Он подарил счастье любви. Земной поклон. Да бережет его все силы небесные.
Слезы сами полились.
Какая-то светлость, тепло. И вот действительно...
All from this guy just going.
Душевное вот успокоение.
Oh my God.
Я просто смотрела на него, мне казалось, передо мной юноша, который немножко постарел. Ну вот он смотрит на весь, вот на всех наши беды, и у него такое сочувствие к нам.
Прям я радуюсь жизни. Ощущение светлого, душевного состояния, умиротворения. И просто вот счастье того, что случайно сюда попала. И вот осталась на второй сеанс. Очень довольна. Спасибо большое.
Такие встречи не часто так бывает.
Да,
Это настолько встреча уникальная, что действительно несет в себе божественный этот свет, что случайные встречи.
He really brings divine light. There are no coincidental encounters. I gotta find out how this guy got started. Like, how did you trick people into thinking, like, what happened? Like, some fucking Banana Republic dictators, like, yeah, he cured me of cancer. For those wondering, I do wash my phone. It's IP68, don't worry. Thank you, Samsung, for washable phone. So you wash, like, you be careful, though.
Не бывает.
Ничего не говорит. А люди понимают, что есть какая-то высшая сила, которая должна людей делать людьми. Должна
пробудить в них все светлое, обратить у них такое внимание на них.
And it's the same thing. It's so wrong and so gross. It's literally just people that you could see are in desperate positions.
Что помимо всей этой суеты жизненной существует что-то высокое, потому что нам дана эта жизнь, она как праздник. И
I would say no, unless you really need I mean, yeah, the camera is somewhat better, but I know for a fact the iPhone 12 Pro Max cameras are insane. You could live without it. I would wait to see what Apple brings to the table next year. Save your money.
Принимать ее надо так, чтобы другому помочь.
Полина с подругой приехали в Курск из Ульяновска специально ради братцу. До этого видели его встречи в интернет-трансляциях. В подарок Полина, как знак благодарности, привезла фотографии собственных картин. Признается, что в...
Yeah, I look at, like, IP ratings as a backup, just in case something happens. I don't be like, oh, it's IP68 rated, so I could take it in a pool. You know what I mean?
Ее поразила ясность и простота. Просто улыбка и любящий взгляд. Открытость для тех, кто способен почувствовать любовь и искренность без всяких...
From Phil. No, he actually knows when those are like, he knows, like, humping Steven Crowder.
Humping Steven Crowder.
Humping Steven Crowder.
Yeah, the S23 Ultra will have 200 megapixel camera, which is... Show me pictures. The numbers mean nothing. The product mean, like, the actual results mean something to me.
Всяких слов. Убрать внутри себя невидимую преграду.
Вот радость от того, что просто есть такой.
I'm sure there's an intermingling of actors here and people who just trick themselves into believing he's truthful. My anus got relaxed by, well, hopefully you didn't shit your pants.
Служение есть проявлена эта чистота, есть такие люди. И это на самом деле очень важно.
Yeah, but what's the size of the sensor?
Потому что это такой пример, вот, такой пример сильный, скажем так. И действительно.
And I felt a true power which heals simply through love, nothing else.
Это и чувствуется, то есть я чувствовала силу.
Yeah, I gotta look into this guy. I gotta figure out how you get started doing something so fucking ridiculous. Rich beats Phil as a man with an ass.
Которая исцеляет просто любовь. Вот ничем, а вот напрямую. И видела, как это действует на зал.
Мальчик Саша пришел на первую встречу с братцем вместе с мамой, а потом позвали друзей.
Yeah, brainwash them early so they come back and keep fucking throwing donations at these idiots.
Пришла домой и стала звонить. Кому-то звонить, кого-то приглашать, потому что знаю, что у людей есть проблемы. Где-то в семье, где-то с детьми, где-то со здоровьем.
Well, hey, I'll see the results of it. Rich Von, dude, high five. Thank you, Bone Score. I love the way DSP emphasizes yeah, like he kind of has some phlegm too.
Humping Steven Crowder.
Но звонила только тем, у кого есть вера. Потому что убеждать, переубеждать, да. И кому я позвонила, те пришли. И вот никто не против. Мы уже третий раз до сегодня. Вот, ну, мое личное впечатление, вот эта вот легкость.
Саше очень хотелось сказать спасибо братцу, и тот почувствовал...
Ah, yes, the good old trick of let me hold the kid.
...и откликнулся. Это ощущение, что на свете есть очень светлые люди, теперь останется с Сашей навсегда и будет помогать ему в жизни. Как всем нам помогает в жизни встреченная на пути бескорыстное...
Yeah, and there was a massive layoff. It's... Halo Infinite is dead.
...добро. Потому что на самом деле все чудеса совершаем мы сами.
And it didn't have to be that way, but they rushed it out.
Искренним желанием быть хорошими. Такими, чтобы Богу было не стыдно посетить нас. Тогда приходит вера, и только за ней физическая...
Like, just the fact that this guy is like, yo, film me walking through here That just shows the narcissism that, oh, look, I could heal you by staring at you.
исцеления. И совсем
Who appointed you to this, dude? You?
не важно, кто такой братцу. Важно то, готов ли ты становиться лучше, приумножая свет в мире.
But religion and despotism are powerful drugs, man. And these people are there to scoop up all the money from them. All right, guys. I actually have to record something for Slope's Game Room, and I'm going to try to get back on a normal schedule, as I'm actually feeling tired, which is strange. So I actually have to proofread. So I have to read a script for Slope's Game Room. I have to watch the PC video, the $109 PC. So I got some stuff to do. I probably should stay because this stream is killing it, but it is what it is. So as a devout Christian, this simultaneously ticks me off and makes me laugh a little. This is absolutely ridiculous. Screw this guy. But it always bothers me, like I said. Yeah, I'm going to head out. That it's people that are really down on their luck that they go after. And that's just gross. You know? All right, guys, have a good night. I got some work to do behind the scenes, and I'll be back tomorrow.